What is up, everybody? What is up? Balloons, fireworks. Let's go, everybody. Confetti. Let's get some fireworks going, too. Let's go. There we go. What's up, everyone? Shawn here. No Lacey. No Lacey today. Let me get you guys pulled up over here on the monitor next to me. Where are you guys? Hey, now. I can't see you. Hang on. Oh, there you are. You guys know what to do. Let's hit that subscribe button. Hit it up. Make sure that you shoot me a like. I'm all by myself. We got 5 of you watching today. I love and appreciate all 5 of you. You guys are the best. Super appreciate you. I see Leonard Cat, Megan Banker back from Vietnam. I've got Chris Helms. I've got Lee Frazier. I've got Jennifer White, Dave Pascal, Dana Dilling, Brooklyn, Georgia. Skippy's on. Jackie Vaughn. Ted's on the golf course again. Hey, hit that subscribe button. Shoot me a like. I've got 5 likes. That means that there's 5 people on. Tell your friends. Hit that share button. Tell your friends that tonight we're giving away money. I think I'm giving away $400 here on the program. Hey, everybody, where's Lacey? Lacey is in San Diego, California. She is working hard. Boy, she's logging in those hours. I know a lot of you are like, hey, man, I'm working hard. Stuff's hard out there. It's hard. Well, Lacey's got Well Infused, did a Well Infused meeting today, had a great marketing meeting with our marketing team. Lacey flew out to San Diego, doing some work on the Everbowl Ventures, getting all of that dialed in. She's out there with Pat. So Pat is not producing. Lacey is not here with me tonight. So who do you think is producing tonight's show? I was telling Skip earlier, unfiltered, uncut, uncensored. I don't have Lacey here next to me to be like, hey, man, you probably need to chill out. So let's go. We're gonna have an evening tonight, my friends. I hope that you guys have a nice glass of wine or an old fashioned there. We're talking leads right here. The leads don't suck. You're probably just not doing enough to get leads. We're going to talk about that. But first, I want to know who you think is producing. I've got votes for Bobby, Rockstar Bobby. I've got votes for Luke. I see Nick Coulterman. Nick, you're supposed to give me a call. Oh, Yogi Lachi, Stefana. What's up, Stefana? Sudan is in the house. All right. Well, nobody got it right. Show yourself, Mr. Producer.
What's up?
It's Josh, the man Matthews. I wear my sunglasses at night. Josh Matthews. Josh, what happened to your Pacers last night?
Man, they struggled. They choked. They choked. That's what happened. They choked.
Young mistake at the end.
Oh yeah. The lights is too bright.
They showed their age.
Yeah, they did.
They showed their age. Well, I hope they learned a thing or two. What they should have learned is that they can hang. That they can hang with the Boston Celtics. They were right there. Should have won. Should have just hung. Should have won. Made some rookie mistakes there. Hey, everybody's saying I'm echoing. Can you fix that, Josh?
Let's see. Not sure how to do that.
How about now?
You sound good on my end.
I think I might be echoing through you. Mute yourself for a second.
Okay, 1 second.
Hey, what about that echo now? All right, how about now? It started when Josh came on, but I got to know on the delay. You guys are on a little bit of delay. Yeah, it's fixed. All right. Well, Josh, I'm just going to have to speak on your behalf. Josh is excited to be here. Josh is just a man of few words. That's why he uses my words. He says my words right back at you. You get to hear my words twice. Josh, let's make some announcements. What kind of announcements do you have for me? This is announcement potluck. Hey, everybody, abundance and overflow. You got to see me hanging out with Tyler McBroom. He's business partners with Tony Robbins this past week. Got to spend some time. We played Doral, Blue Monster together, and got to spend some time with him. And we discussed a little bit about what he's going to be bringing to you. Listen, if you think right now, a lot of people, I was having a great conversations with one of my good friends, Chance Weber, today as well. And Chance and I were talking about, he's like, listen, man, he's a good barometer for me because he's a digital agency, a big digital agency. And he's like, listen, man, the majority, a large percentage of my clients, they're just down. It's a tough time to be a digital agency too, because when numbers are down, of course, clients blame the agency. They don't want to blame themselves, and they don't want to blame the economy, heaven forbid. So things are down. So when things get down, here's what you do. We see it. The rookie mistake is, all right, I'm going to cut expenses. In fact, the reason why I was talking to Chance is I was like, listen, I just want to get smarter. He was like, I know how you think. I got to get smarter about where I'm deploying my expenses because I don't want to go down. I want to get up. I want to put myself in a position where I can grow during a downturn. And he was like, I know exactly how you think. I'm going to help you. Gave me some strategy, gave me some great advice. Chance is the man. Super appreciate that friendship and his mentorship and guidance. I'm passing this on to you. When things are down, here's what you don't do. You don't cut expenses, but here's what you do. You get a lot smarter with your money. You get smarter with the money that you have, because we always tell you that money is a tool. But if you're just taking the tool and you're acting like it's abundance season, you're acting like it's 3 years ago, and you're doing all of the exact same things, you're going to lose this game. You're going to lose. That's why you need to be at abundance and overflow. If you are like, things are tough, things are tight, get on your computer right now, go to www.blackdiamondclub.com. Right at the top of that webpage, you'll see an abundance and overflow button. Get your butt registered. You need to be registered. Listen, if you don't know your discount code, if you're a member of the Book Yourself Solid group coaching or the Black Diamond Club group coaching, reach out to Natalie at blackdiamondclub.com. Get your discount code. Get your room locked in. We have a room rate for you. The room block is still open. Rooms are going fast. This always happens. All of a sudden, there's no more rooms in the room block. Well, I didn't get my room. Hey, you're here right now. 49 of you on with me right now. 5 of you need to hear this message. We've got to get you registered for abundance and overflow. So no time to be clowning around. For me, listen, so that you understand, I'm not selling you stuff. This is like COVID. This is like COVID. We're going to get you through, but you can't do stupid things. Remember COVID? A lot of my veterans remember COVID, and I was like, hey, this is serious. They're going to shut you down. And then all of my, oh, I'm not shutting down. They'll have to come and rip me out of my building. And then you were shut down. Then luckily the government came in and rescued you, all of you anti-government people. The government rescued you because they floated all this money out into the public, and then those people came and spent their money with you. Well, now that money's gone. It's also interesting. Where did it go? Where did it go? But it's gone. So now you need to get really smart. So this is not the land of milk and honey anymore. This is a land of intellect, smart decision making, sound decision making, being wise with your allocation of your expenses, being wise with the allocation of your excess cash, and being smart with how we're structuring your books, making sure that we're driving expenses that are taking expenses that drive revenue, legitimate expenses, driving more revenue, spitting off the revenue, investing it soundly. This is not the time. You'll notice we're not dumping a lot of money into these wild long shot investments and startups, because that's not what you do now. You have new strategies based off of the timing, based off of where we are. You need to get to abundance and overflow. I cannot stress that enough. If you're a sideliner, you love the show, you watch the show, but I worry because we're going to spend 2 full days locked and loaded with you. I'm digging deep into the Rolodex. I'm bringing in so many great people to come talk to you. Josh, what's next? Oh, the Shank Dilly Cup. Wednesday before Abundance and Overflow. Here's the schedule. Wednesday, July 17th in the afternoon, we're going to be playing the Shank Dilly Cup at Hermitage Golf Course. Man, this is shaping up to be great. I think I have three. If I remember correctly, three spots left. Mizzen and Maine coming in hot sponsorship. We're getting everybody a Mizzen and Maine polo. I've got a couple other sponsors that are looking to drop in. We're going to do some really cool business development stuff. You guys want to be a part of this because we love Mizzen and Maine. We love the rest of our sponsors that we're working on, bringing them in. I've got a couple surprises that are looking to drop in and play some golf with you guys. You know how we do this. Like, it's going to be great because you're going to get to be around and experience some great people. If you play golf, come in one day early if you're a VIPer. So here's the schedule. Wednesday the 17th in the afternoon, Shank Dilly Cup. Mizzen and Maine is calling it the Bro-Am. I'm calling it Beat the Bros. That'll be the format. Format's Beat the Bros. And that will be on Wednesday. On Thursday will be VIP day for all of you VIPers. Full day of VIP. I have special guests. We always have now, new thing, we always have special guests dropping in for VIP day. Then Friday and Saturday, we're going to have the actual Abundance and Overflow. You're going to walk away from there like feeling really confident about where you are financially. You're going to have a plan. You're going to know exactly what you're doing. You're going to know exactly what to do, and you're going to know how to weather the storm. You're going to know how to get through. Because listen, I know a lot of you are like, well, if I get my president, then things will be fixed. Not instantaneously. It's not like you get a new president and then like now the economy's fixed. I mean, it's going to take a little bit. There's going to be a ramp up because the economy didn't just go dunk either, right? You've been on a 3-year run of this, 4-year run of this, slowly the tide's turning. Now you guys are beginning to feel it. We just stopped telling you about it because so many of my fans were like, stop saying all this negative stuff. Well, we were saying this a long time ago, and we had prepped ourselves for this downturn. So make sure you get registered for the Shank Dilly Cup. What else we got? Oh, Enrico Dolcecore, the man in the middle, hosting Get Book Solid Live, July 11th and 12th, Alberta, Canada. I always need the link. Somebody got to get me that link. Put that link in the chat. You guys got to get registered for this. This is going to be super awesome. Look at that lineup that we have. An amazing lineup coming to Canada to work with you. Man, that's going to be right in the middle of a whirlwind summer for us. So we're going to be hitting up Canada. Right from Canada, I'm going to bounce out and go to Los Angeles. I also want to let you guys know, for those of you that are, sitting on the sidelines but watching some of the stuff that we're doing, it might be time for you to jump in July 15th. July 15th. I don't have a curtain for this. James, I need a curtain for this next week. July 15th. We're filming None of Your Business and the Playbook, Entrepreneur Playbook with David Meltzer, live, SoFi Stadium, July 15th. If you have a big message and you're like, I need to be at SoFi Stadium because I want to get on this podcast, and you're looking for an opportunity to share your message out to a lot of people, Natalie at blackdiamondclub.com. Natalie, put your email there in the chat, please. Y'all got to reach out. You got to hit up Natalie. We can get you in. I have a couple spots. Man, wait, I need to take out my AirPods. Take out my AirPods. Happens. I don't know. This really might. How about now? See, now here's what my fear is. I don't know if this thing knows I'm talking to you, so I'm going to have to see. Do you guys know? Can you hear me? Somebody put in the chat. Producer James told me to take the AirPods out. I thought the AirPods would be good, but I don't know if this knows. Oh, okay, great. All right. SoFi, July 15th. If you want to be there, Natalie at blackdiamondclub.com. Josh, we got anything else? Hey guys, thank you so much for your patience and dealing with the sound issue. I appreciate you guys. Chris Helms, my guy, Federal Injury Centers, Crew 52 Member of the Week. He helps doctors create multi-million-dollar practices by teaching them how to get injured federal employees back to work, and very importantly, teaches you how to get paid. Hit that QR code. Give Chris Helms a follow. Let's show Chris Helms some love this week as our featured member of Crew 52. This is going to be important here in a little bit. You guys know that this is now the video is lagged. What the heck? Let me just turn off my videos. Now I'm getting way too many messages. Josh, you're allowed to come back. That's what James says. You're allowed to come back.
Yeah, I think the echo's fixed now, I believe.
Yeah, but they said now I'm on a lag.
Oh, good to me.
All right. Do we got any more? Do I have any more announcements?
No, that's it.
All right, everybody, make sure that you guys get locked in. Hey, because I'm on the lag, I'm gonna jam through these. You got to get value. And then we're gonna pick 4 names. We'll give away $400. And I just can't please everybody. Man, lag, echo. Now it's good. I don't know. I need new internet. I got to get rid of this house in Indiana. I got to get back to the land of fast internet in Naples, Florida. That's where I got to be. All right. Talking about leads. I need you to understand first and foremost the importance of you guys owning leads. Just commanding the leads. The leads is where it's at, especially in a downturn economy. You guys think you're like, I don't need leads. I need clients. Yeah, but before they were clients, they were leads. The reason why you don't have clients is because you don't have leads. Like, let's be real honest. Oh, I want to go back to this mirror moment. If you didn't follow Chris Helms, people aren't going to follow you. If you're not supporting Chris Helms, Crew 52 member of the week, that's why people don't support you. Simple mirror concept. Like, start it now. If you are like, hey man, the economy's down, how come people aren't helping me? Yeah, but because you're not helping other people. Remember that axiom out of COVID. If you help people, they will pay you later. You got to help first. You have to initiate. You initiate first, help. Then you express gratitude. Then you receive. That's the order that it always happens in. Make sure that you're doing that. But yeah, I want to shout out to the new Tuesday show. We got Tuesdays back put on lock. Instagram Live Tuesdays. David Meltzer, Lacey Book, Sean Dill. The show is called Get Booked Solid. Super on brand. Love it. Wednesdays, we have Major Ed Polito, Lead to Win. Jump on my Instagram. Make sure you catch that show Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Mondays, Lacey's show with Tamika Taylor. This might hurt a little. You want to jump on that. You probably, with all of these shows that you see us launching, I got one more. I have one more that I want to launch. You probably should launch your own show. You should be like, I wonder why they're doing that. Well, that has to do with today's conversation as well. You've got to own the leads. You've got to own the leads. The leads are what your clients were before they were clients. Too many of you are just trying to get clients. The reason why you're struggling is because people don't just go from stranger to client. So they go from stranger to lead to client. And so we've got to teach you how to own the leads. I have several points. I don't have a Nate today to take notes. Maybe you could drop the notes in the chat for everybody. Number one, you've got to have your social media on lock. Did some work today with the Book Yourself Solid Mastermind on some foundation hygiene. We teach you how to build we use the 7 core self-promotion strategies and then the leads, the prospects, check your foundation. We did foundation hygiene today in the Book Yourself Solid Mastermind, taking a deeper dive into getting all of our pieces put together. Stefana Yogi Lachi, she was like, that's exactly what I needed. Well, one of the pieces of your foundation is your social media. As soon as somebody's like, hey man, you should go and check out Chris Helms, one of the first places that you're going to visit is social media. Now, I feel like you should be on all the channels, on all the platforms. Yeah, but Sean, my prospects, my ideal clients, not on TikTok. Yeah, but their kids might be, right? Like, it doesn't cost you anything to be on the channel. Like, why would you not be on the channel? Be on the channel. Get your profile set up and get it consistent and congruent across the channels. So some of you, like on TikTok, you have like an animated cartoon face. Then on Facebook, you have like your selfie video, and then on LinkedIn, you're wearing a suit. Let's not do that. That's confusing. Let's get it all consistent. Let's be driving people to the same websites. Let's get everything consistent to the degree that we can. Let's have the same handle on all of these different channels. Then what we need to do is we need to post content. And listen, you can outsource this, but I want you posting content on a daily basis. Listen, my good friend Albert Preciado, he says that you should be posting content 3 to 5 times a day. Well, I mean, it's a good goal. It's a lofty goal. I don't even think I get to 3 to 5 times on most days, but you've got to be posting regularly. One time a week, you're losing. That's why you don't have leads. Remember, I told you, I don't have Lacey. I don't have Lacey next to me to temper me. So you just get it. She can't even like elbow me and be like, hey man, you need to tone it back. Oh, well, I see her now. She's in the chat. I better get back on my behavior. Okay. We're going to post the content. Then number 2, for my note takers, thank you, Jeremy Swick. Number 2, we're going to amplify your content. Listen, let the algorithm do its work for you. Put a little bit of money. It doesn't cost you very much. When we look at our distribution of what we're spending on social media, amplification is one of our smallest buckets. But let the algorithm work for you to build you a larger audience. Now, you could put some bumpers on your amplification. So if you're a brick and mortar, use geo-fencing or geo-targeting so that I'm not advertising to people 5 states away, right? So I'm not amplifying my content to people 5 states away. Use your geo-targeting to build an audience within the space that will work best for you. I had a couple lessons. We've played with this. A couple people had come to me and said, listen, maybe you might want to consider sucking in based off of your ad spend rather than trying to market to people in Australia and Europe and Asia. Why don't you just do just the United States? The United States is big enough as it is. So we changed our geo-targeting to be just the United States, amplifying content inside the United States. The algorithm's great. Let the algorithm do its thing. It will build your audience for you. Number three, do giveaways or have ethical bribes. This is how I now convert. So I build all these leads, and a lot of you need to really understand this because some of you have really strong social media. But the problem is that those platforms, 1, could go down, which happens, or 2, they might decide just arbitrarily to shut you down. And then all of a sudden, you're disconnected from all of the leads. So in order to safeguard against this, what I need to do is I need to move the leads off of social media and into my CRM, into the world of email and texting. The way that we do this, the bridge, is some sort of an ethical bribe. You must provide value in order to move your prospects off of the social platform. It literally is a bribe. Hey, if I give you this super cool piece of value, will you allow me to move the conversation over into email or text, where I have more control? I have your direct access, and you will also have direct access to me. So what kinds of cool things do you give away in the form of guides, PDFs, white papers? Maybe it's infographics, videos, instruction, mini courses, all of these things that you might provide as value to get them to move over into your CRM. And yes, Georgia, you may even be moving them into an app. You could do that as well. Next, once I've done that, I might consider what we're doing right here now. Again, I was telling my BYS Mastermind peeps today, they're newer to this world. Most of you are more veteran, and if you're showing up on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, like you're locked in with us. You're committed not only just to the content that Lacey and I provide, but also to your business, to the people that you're meant to serve. And I super appreciate that. We're doing this on YouTube. So you guys should know, Lacey and I are super transparent. We never teach you to do things that we're not doing. Since Lacey's not here, the drawback to that is that, what's funny is that then it comes off, it sounds like we're like bragging about what we do. We're not bragging about what we do. We're trying to highlight what we do so that you will copy it, so that you will swipe and deploy. I get a chuckle out of all these people that are like, hey man, sales is the only thing you need, yet I only see them on Facebook marketing. I get a chuckle out of the people that are like, hey man, all you need is to run a newsletter, have a newsletter, yet I see them posting on social media all the time to get you to engage them so that they can teach you how to do the newsletter. Listen, that's not how we operate. Because you should stop and be like, wait a minute.
Your own business relies on strategies that you don't teach me. If all you need is a newsletter, then all you would ever do is write newsletters. How do you get people to join the newsletter? Social media. But I'm not going to tell you about that. Well, wait a minute. I just went through the front end of the formula. We're heavy on social media. We do amplification. We run free guides. This is exactly what we do. And we also drive traffic to YouTube. So I would consider moving your traffic away from the social media platforms exclusively, and as a secondary safeguard or a safe gap, I can send people to YouTube, because if I can get them onto YouTube, and I begin every live by imploring you, please, if you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel, because that allows us to disseminate longer form value to you, and you get notified. So now I have a safeguard there. I can send you out content via email. I can send you out content via text. I can drop content on social media. I can put it in our community, which we haven't come to, but I could also just drop it on YouTube and have you be notified that we've dropped a training, a teaching, etc. And to be totally transparent and honest with you, our team is still in the process of building out our YouTube. Our YouTube is a little bit schizophrenic. It's not going to stay schizophrenic. It's not lost on us that it's schizophrenic. We have a plan. The plan requires time, content, development. It also requires the right people. Remember, expenses. So we have to get the right people on board. I'm not talking about internal. We have a fantastic team, but I'm talking about external consultants that will help us to get this all structured. But listen, don't wait for us to do it. Why don't you get on that right now? Now you're going to drive traffic to YouTube. Next, number 5. I want you to have a podcast. We have a podcast. Why? Because we want to just look cool? No, the podcast then is a part of the foundation. Your podcast is a standard credibility builder. And listen, you guys got to hear me say this right here publicly. This is public. This isn't even closed. This isn't a paid thing. It's not a closed private group. Listen, a lot of you get hung up because you hear the advice and you're like, I'm going to start a podcast, and you get hung up on the metrics. These are vanity metrics. This is like, how many followers do you have on Instagram? Who cares how many followers you have on Instagram? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. What I do care is that if I go to Instagram and I see you wearing a Speedo and your content's all schizophrenic, and it doesn't build your personal brand, it's not in alignment with your personal brand, it doesn't add credibility, well then I'm not going to continue on the path towards becoming a client. So the podcast, what it does is it's a standard credibility builder. So people are like, hey, you should do business with Skip Weiss. And I'm like, okay, well, who's Skip? So I go onto social media. I follow, I engage, I get now retargeted, a whole other thing, but you should be doing retargeting. I get retargeted. I then see through the retargeting that he offers some great value. I engage the value. Now I'm receiving his emails. I think his emails are cool. I like the voice and the value that he adds through email. One of those emails, he kind of directed me off onto YouTube because he's doing something cool there. I looked online. I was like, I wonder if this cat's got a podcast. I find, the Prime podcast. I'm like, oh, this is cool. All I do is I check and see, like, how many episodes does he have? What do they generally talk about? The look and feel of it. Do I like it? Do I like the guests? Is this cool? Yeah, it fits. Boom, check. I always tell people, like, I don't honestly think that many of you're here with me on a Wednesday. Put in the chat, how many of you are loyal listeners of the None of Your Business podcast? That's not why I'm doing it. It's foundational. It's the sideliners. It's the people that are not yet here. Those are the people that jump over and they see, like, how many reviews do we have? I've asked you before here too. Do this, swipe and deploy. But if you haven't left us a review on Apple Podcasts, run over there real quick, multitask, just drop us a 5-star review. Let us know what you think about the podcast. Yes, you just put that there. That's a standard credibility builder. What it does is for the next person that drops in, they're like, okay, so they got some reviews. People seem to like this. Let's see who's been on there. Oh my gosh, this is great. I love those people. And then one other thing that I mentioned earlier, we really do leverage our podcast for business and relationship development. It allows us to be able to invite people. When we talk about your list of 20 in the Book Yourself Solid world, if I run the What's Up Carmel, Indiana podcast, and I invite the mayor of Carmel, Indiana, and he turns me down, that's kind of weird. I'm like, you didn't want to come on the What's Up Carmel podcast? But so now the mayor will most likely accept. Now, not if I have no episodes, but if I've interviewed other people and the mayor's like, dude, I get the vibe. I see what you're doing. I want to come on the show. But here's the thing. I would do this live, and you saw us again. Just do what we say and what we do. We went to the live format. We went to the live format in a time when everybody was doing Zooms. I don't like the Zoom because I can't create the relationship. So we make you go to LA so that you sit down in a stool right next to us. And then when the interview's over, we get an opportunity. In fact, we also have in our setup, we have a green room and a meeting room where we might sit you down and discuss collaborative opportunities that we might have to, that we could do in the future. But we also might do an interview with somebody and determine that, listen, there's nothing there beyond this, right? So we do the podcast, and the podcast is great, and it acts as a standard credibility builder, and the person is an influencer or a name in the industry. But I realize that there's not chemistry, and we're not going to do business together beyond that. No harm, no foul. Everybody's still one. But again, that's why I'm asking you to leverage your podcast. Now, those of you doing a podcast, you need a call to action in every single episode. My guy, James Lewis, he can give you some of the tools, maybe, and Jeremy Swick as well. And Bobby, the podcast dude, they can give you the tools. You can create your bumpers, and they can swap out. So you can switch your call to action on all 275 episodes. You can make that call to action be, hey man, if you enjoyed today's episode, download my free guide, go to this website or visit my website. You might drive them just to visit your website so that you can retarget them on social media. You might tell them, hey, why don't you subscribe to my YouTube channel? Do you see all of this all fits together? And then the last piece of this to get leads is I want you to build a community. Had a great call with Natalie. Man, I got to say, gosh, we have an amazing team. They stand in service to you as well as in service to Lacey and I and the business that we run. But they also are here. Look at 8 o'clock. Most of these guys are here, right here in the chat, here servicing you tonight. Natalie was like, we need to do something with the free group, the entrepreneurs, the service-based entrepreneur free group. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's change the name. I want to change the name to Get Book Solid, the Get Book Solid free group. And that way, Natalie had a great idea. She's like, I would love for Christine and Rhonda to lead a book study, a book club, a study of Book Yourself Solid, a sequential path that the people in the free group can get the book and then just follow along. I mean, heck, we're just reading the book, right? And then they would lead this study because we think that everybody needs to read the book, Book Yourself Solid. If you don't have your copy of Book Yourself Solid for chiropractors, if you're a chiropractor, get your copy now. And surprise, surprise, there's a new king on the block. Book Yourself Solid for Coaches is now available for pre-order on Amazon. Matthew Kimberly, Michael Port, that book's going to drop in September. Yes, we actually do the things that we say that we're going to do. That book is coming in September. Oh my gosh, it's going to be another big run of people flowing in, new coaches, people that want to serve people through their coaching. You're going to want to get a hold of that book. That book is going to be absolutely amazing. Build your community. Put them somewhere in a free group. We teach this, build your community and isolate them. Remember, and I think that this is what I would love for you to get tonight. We're trying to get you to build a community of people who help each other and know people who can help each other. So right here in the chat, check this out, right here in my chat. We have all of these people. So listen, Lacey and I got a business to run, and we have to pay these people that are on our team to do the work to support our business. But they also help you. So they're not like, hey man, that's not what I do. James doesn't like, I just do content for Shawn and Lacey. I'm not helping you, right? So it's a community of people who help each other and know people who help each other. So you have Jeremy Swick in here and Robert DeLude. Then you have all these other people, you have the Frasers. If you're having IT issues, right? You reach out to them because you have questions about IT. We've built a community of people who help each other. And if you have any issue, I'm telling you, this is the place. You'd run to Book Yourself Solid or Black Diamond Club. I guarantee you that in that community, those people know people that can help you. They know there's Jennifer White in the digital agency space. Like, we know people. What do you got? Questions about your accounting? We know people. You have questions about your 401k? We know people. You have questions about commercial real estate? Well, I just did a call with Skip about that. We know people. That's what this is. And the second part of this is you want to also build a community of people who buy from you and sell for you. So the reason why we're doing this is because the leads, and I literally have said this for years, this is the axiom, the community becomes the community. It's hard work initially because you are supporting the community. And so the community doesn't know that they're the community. And so you're supporting them. But then eventually the community becomes the community. And this is the part where when someone has a question, now it's not dependent on you to answer the question. The community all of a sudden starts answering the questions for you. But not only that, the community starts selling your stuff. Hey guys, we're going to relaunch the Book Yourself Solid 5-day challenge. It has a new title. It's super cool. We've done a lot of tweaks because we ran 5 of these, right? Why? Because we don't just run it once and then be like, okay, we're going to do it or not do it. We ran it 5 times. Then we went back to the drawing board. We stripped everything down. We do a plus delta exercise of what's working well, what needs to be improved. We put it back together and it's sick. And this time it involves a few of you. We're going to be looking for 5 mega influencers here inside the community who want to participate with us. Not only do we want you to help us to bring people into the challenge, but we're also going to rev share with you, and we're going to have you host one of the days. We're not going to put the pressure, we're not going to put the gorilla on your back. You don't have to teach the day, but you're going to be designated as one of the day's hosts. So we're going to prop you up, marketing by association. We're going to push you. We're going to have you push us, and we're going to collectively be united in building a community of people who help each other and know people who can help each other, a community of people who buy from you and sell for you. Then lastly, to wrap up, here's what you do. You're going to nurture the leads. So I'm this whole thing to build the leads. Then, and if you're not doing all of these things, like we got to get going on this. If you're not doing all the things, you don't have the leads. And I'm going to tell you this. This is the goal in business. You want to own the leads. If you own the leads, but they're not clients, you're like, well, I don't have the clients. Yeah, but I have all of the leads in Carmel, Indiana. If I have all of the leads in Carmel, Indiana, and I'm a car detailer, why would you open a car detailing business in Carmel, Indiana? Because I already own the leads. I don't own the clients. I own the leads. This is why tonight's broadcast is so important. You guys have got to get on all of these things with a quickness, because why? The economy is getting tight. And because the economy is tight, they might not come and give you money next week. But if you own the leads and then you're applying these last 3 elements, it's just a matter of time. The economy is going to rebound and then they're going to come and see you. But if you don't do it this way because you're just playing the sales game, then when the economy rebounds, somebody who put this groundwork in under your nose, they're going to be the preferred provider when the economy rebounds. So lastly, I'm going to nurture my leads through email. You guys got to get really good at writing emails and sending out. Look, listen, again, swipe and deploy. How many emails do we send you guys? Like, and for you guys on the chat, you guys here with me, none of you are like too many, right? And so if nobody's saying, Shawn, way too many emails, then you need to say, well, then I need to send that many emails to my community, because they're not going to say too many. You're just afraid of it because you've never sent any. But it's not because like, well, Shawn's special, he gets to send lots of emails. No. I'm just like you. I'm just as dopey and goofy, and I have just as many trials and tribulations as all of you. We're all the same. And I email with a frequency. Number 2, and sort of what we do with these leads, number 2 is I'm going to nurture my leads through chat. I highly recommend that you have somebody, maybe initially you're just a solopreneur, but it will exceed your capacity. And I said that when we rolled this out, you're going to have somebody that's designated and dedicated to nurturing your leads through chat. You're going to have to create some sort of a sales pipeline, a lead management. So you're going to have to attribute the leads to somebody that's going to nurture the leads. Email is easy because, as Lacey calls it, the Gen Pop list. I just email. I just craft the email and then we broadcast that out. Chat is different. So you have to attribute the leads to somebody that's going to specifically nurture them through chat. And then lastly, we're going to nurture leads the old-fashioned way. Listen, there's nothing better for you and your business, hear me right now, than you making 3 phone calls a day. 3 phone calls, just 3 phone calls. I make so many more phone calls. I had to get this big fat Sherman College charger thing because I'm all over Lacey. I'm like, when did I get a new phone? I think you look at the battery health of my phone, it only charges to something like 70 something percent. My phone is weak because I'm on that phone all day long. Why? Because I do things the old fashioned way. Yes, I send emails, and yes, I have people on my team that are dedicated to nurturing leads through chat, but there's no substitute to you picking up the phone and calling somebody. And when you call somebody, simple formula, I'm going to figure out what they're excited about, what they're doing. I wish my guy James on here, James Kim, Jacques Kim, who jumped on the BDC group coaching yesterday. That's how I met James. Listen, it was an introduction. I was like, what's up with Magu? What's going on over there? How can I help you? I have a community of people that help each other and know people that can help each other. Let's get you in there and get you plugged in, right? Let's get you plugged in and see if we can get some help generated. And then from there, let's see what we could do going forward. I do these calls all the time. Nurture leads the old-fashioned way. What about building relationships? People do business with people they like and trust. There's no better way to position yourself for the recovery of the economy. Everybody is trying to figure out what to do in the now, the reactionary. What am I going to do because the economy's down? Listen, if you did not listen to the guidance that we were giving you 1 and 2 years ago, it's too late. But here's what you should do. Why don't you start positioning yourself for what you're going to do when the economy is good again? Because it's not that far off. But I'm telling you, if you waste all of your time in reactionary, I'm going to take all these sales courses and get good at just strong arm closing people because I need revenue today. Well, then when the economy recovers, your competition is going to kick your butt up and down the street because somebody's going to have already owned the leads and nurtured the leads and developed relationships. Those people are going to come into money and they're going to do business with the people that had been in relationship with them when things were not so good. That's why we're doing this now. This is not for everybody. This is only for the exceptional people who can see what we see, who see into the future and understand. We're positioning you not for today, and I understand a lot of you have needs for right now, but we're positioning you to win this game 6 months and 1 year from now. Your inbox, your social media feed is full of people who are trying to trick you into reactionary tactics to try and win the game today. That's not how the game gets won. I began by telling Josh, listen, Pacers went down 12-0 last night. You don't win the game in the first quarter. You got to be playing that game hard in that last 30 seconds. That's when the Pacers lost. They lost the game in the last 30 seconds because they weren't future thinking. They were just playing it in that particular moment. They let it slip from right between their fingers. All right, my folks, that's tonight's soliloquy. I hope that you enjoyed the unfiltered lessons from Shawn Shank Dilly Dill. Stars in 6, Celtics in 5, T-Wolves in 6. That's what I don't even know who's playing in the other one. Who else is playing hockey? I'll go Stars in 6 just for my boy JT, just because I want them to win a Stanley Cup. He should be there. All right, everybody, let's give away some money. How about that? Who wants money? Comment, I do, if you want money. I do. Send the universe a message. I found a penny today. I got free money. So I'm just going to turn around and send that money off to you. You guys know how this works. There's 30 seconds on the clock. The digital canasta spins. Look for your name and pray that it lands on it. You can't just see it. It's got to stop. When it lands on your name, you've got 30 seconds to say, I am here. We don't clown around. You got 30 seconds, no instant replay. You got to claim your money. Make sure that you're watching this live too. Some of you are like on a delay. Pull that bar all the way over to live. 30 seconds. We're drawing 4 names. We're giving away $400. Is that right, Josh? 4 names and $400?
I believe so.
Somebody better tell me. Lacey's going to lose her mind if I gave away an extra.
Oh, man.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. All right, Josh. Well, they have time. Lacey's got time to stop us before we draw that 4th name.
Yep. Perfect.
Name number 1.
Lisa Smith.
Lisa Smith. I actually saw Natalie, who, by the way, is a paying client and works with us. Lisa Smith. You got now. 20 seconds to claim your $400. Lisa Smith.
Yeah. Oh, she's here. Oh, she's here.
It pays to show up. $400 to Lisa Smith. Yes.
Oh, she made it.
Yes. Let's go, Lisa Smith. Congratulations. You are tonight's big winner. Tomorrow, Luke is going to send you digitally. Check this out. The money will just go from us to you. That's how money works. If you don't understand that that's how money works, you need to take it to abundance and overflow. Money flows, it just moves around. You've got to exercise mirror. You've got to exercise gratitude. You've got to, and I love this concept, in order to make your money grow, you must appreciate it. And appreciation means to have gratitude for. It also means to make grow, right? You want appreciation on your real estate. You don't want depreciation, you want appreciation. So in order to make your money grow, you must appreciate it. So you receive it, you exercise gratitude, and then you let it go. Remember that all expenses, the purpose for expenses is to drive revenue. The purpose for expenses is to drive revenue. If it doesn't drive revenue, it's not an expense. It's just a waste of money. It's just a waste. It's a vanity play. But if you drive more revenue, so I hope, Lisa, you can find a way to turn this $400 into $4,000, not by going to Las Vegas, but by expressing gratitude, appreciating it, and then letting it go. Don't put it in a shoebox under your bed, because it definitely is not going to grow there. In fact, it'll shrink. You've got to figure out a way to release that money so that it benefits other people, adds value to them. So it's appreciating, right? So the $400, it appreciates because it added value somewhere else. And then it comes back to you. It comes back to you as 500, 1,000, 5,000, whatever it is. My friends, you guys crushed it today in the chat. So appreciative for you and your energy. You helped me to get through this by myself. So miss having Lacey here, but she's doing big things. And it's always great to have a significant other who does big things, so that probably tomorrow I'll play some golf and I'll be very appreciative. I'll appreciate Lacey and the hard work that she puts in so I can do fun things like that. If you like to play golf, get registered for the Shank Dilly Cup and we'll see you there. All right, everybody, we love and appreciate you. Have a good night.